Hi guys, welcome back to Time with Andrea, where today we will be roasting a breadfruit and then we will be preparing that with some salt mackerel rundown. My breadfruit, I will be actually roasting it into the oven today. All right, so come with me as we go along. So they normally take the stem out of the breadfruit. All right, stem out. And what we normally do is put an X into the top of the breadfruit. Okay, ready for roasting in the oven. What I will be doing, I'm going to be wrapping the breadfruit into foil paper. Okay. So we got the foil paper, we got the breadfruit, so we'll be wrapping the breadfruit into the foil paper before we actually place it into the oven. Alright? So breadfruit is all wrapped and ready for roasting. We're going to be roasting this maybe for about, not roasting. My total apologies. Baking. We're going to be baking the breadfruit in the oven. We're going to be baking the breadfruit for approximately maybe about an hour and a half. Check on it to make sure that it's properly done. If not, we give it another time. So we keep checking on it, extend the time if it is not done properly. So here we go. We're going to be placing the breadfruit inside the oven. Right. As I said, with the breadfruit, I will be doing some salt mackerel rundown, providing that my coconut is okay. With salt mackerel, the salt mackerel only looks like this because it was in the freezer, so I'm going to be putting it into water for it to soak away, it's all icy, but I'm going to put it in water for soaking, then I will be boiling it in a bit later. Alright. Okay. Now we're gonna put it in some water. Alright. So now I'll have it in some water, so I'll leave it there until later when we are actually ready for cooking. Our breadfruit only just gone into the oven, so for now, until then, we will just prepare the coconut off camera. Okay guys, so when we come back, when the breadfruit is ready and we're ready to cook up our rundown, I will be back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Okay guys, welcome back, where we're going to be getting our salt mackerel washed off and put in for boil. We're going to be boiling the salt mackerel about 2 times. So we're going ahead to get it washed off at the moment. Right? Okay. So we got our salt mackerel washed off. We're gonna sorry guys, I just love to wash my hand. I don't like the feel of anything messy on my hand, so that's the reason why I keep washing it. Okay, so the salt mackerel is here, so we're gonna put water on it now to get it boiled. Alright. So we shall put this on the stove now and get it boiled. Moving on, we've got the coconut here, where we're going to be cutting it up into the bowl so we can get it blended. Alright. You don't have to be cutting these up too small. The blender will do it for me. So I'm just putting some big chunks in. just cut it up in the bowl. Stretch it up too much on top. Alright, coconut is all cut up, but I wouldn't be normal if I don't eat a piece, would I? Okay, so coconut is all cut up. Sorry about that. Eating and talking at the same time, not good. Alright guys, coconut is all cut up, ready for blending. Let's get us some water on it. Get the cover on. Right, now we're gonna go ahead and blend our coconut. Perfectly blended right there. Okay, I'm just scraping down the bits in there. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and put the blender away. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get the coconut strained. I was gonna strain it directly into the pot that I'll be using, but no, I think I'll go for something else now. I'll strain it into something else and then I'll give it a second strain into the pot directly. Alright, let's go ahead and get our coconut strained. We're making rundown, so we don't want to be having too much water into our coconut. You know, the less water you put in, the better it is, so it forms its oil quicker. Alright? So we're squeezing out the coconut here. Just squeezing, taking my time to squeeze out the coconut juice or coconut milk. I keep saying coconut water or coconut juice, but coconut milk. Okay, you can hear the stove blowing. It's the windows open and it's a little bit windy outside, so it's blowing the flame. Okay. All right. Okay. There's that there. All right, let me get something. Okay, I'm gonna be squeezing this a little bit more. So, not a lot. Just rinsing my blender out because it still carries a fair amount of juice in it. Let's put a little bit more water in. Okay. Guys, that blender is heavy. So I'm here just a bit, just squeezing out the rest of the juice, all right? Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of that now. Let's see if the pot is boiling. Yes, it is boiling. Okay. You can use your leftover trash, make it into toto, but you'll have to have another fresh coconut to go with it. What we used to do when we were young is after our mother do this, squeeze out the coconut as much as she wanted, we used to add sugar to it and eat it when we were younger. Now, a lot of us is facing the penalty for that one. We eat too much sugar back then. But when you're a child, you don't know better. You just do what pleases you. When parents talk about illness and being sick, you know, we used to find it a bit funny, innit? But there's always a little saying my mother used to say, and it says, Ag say mama make your mouth so long. Mama say grow come say. Meaning, we're always finding it funny when parents go through certain things when we're younger. But when we grow up and we are experiencing the same thing, we're seeing what she was talking about. I don't know how to explain it better, but I might come back with the same thing with a different explanation. But as it comes to me, I give it out. Right? So, grow comes this. So now that we're older and we're seeing this, feeling the same sort of stuff that our parents went through, there you go. We are grown. So we can see what they used to go through. All right? Okay. So, okay, let's clear away here a bit. We don't need the trash, so we're gonna actually throw that away. In Jamaica, you have the fowl or the chickens to eat it. Sorry, I ain't got anybody or anything to eat it here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead again and we're gonna strain out our coconut water, or coconut milk rather, to go on the stove for cooking now. Alright. So there we go. Coconut milk all strained out and ready for the stove. Okay guys, here we go. We're going ahead and put our coconut milk on the stove for boiling. We do not cover that. We leave it as is. And then we have changed the water for the salt mackerel, so we're going ahead and put the salt mackerel back on the fire. Okay, so we have to watch our coconut milk cleanly right? So we're gonna leave that for boiling up while I go over the other side and tidy up the mess that I've made already. Okay guys, coconut is boiling away, so let's stir it up a bit so that we don't get it boiling over in the pot. So we have to watch this keenly, right? Okay. Okay, so let's turn that stove down because we don't want it to boil all the way over that we can't control it, all right? So in the meantime, what we're gonna actually be doing is to prepare our vegetables, our seasoning rather, to prepare our seasoning. Alright, so I've got a bowl of water here where we can wash our seasoning in, alright? Onion and garlic. Alright, we got onion and garlic here. Alright, so this is where we're gonna be washing our seasoning, alright? I've got a bit of pepper ready. Yep. Okay, so let's go ahead and prepare for the rest, alright? Okay. Garlic. Leave the garlic there. Okay. Alright, so we're stripping the garlic at the moment. So in our the seasoning that we'll be using bell pepper, garlic, hot pepper, tomato, spring onion, and onion. Right? So there we go. We're gonna be looking at the pot again. But first let us check on this. What I do, this is what I want to show you. What I do, I tend to slit my onion. When you find they're so big, spring onion, when you find they're so big, I normally slit it in order to check inside of it. I don't know what might go in, but I always slit it to make sure nothing is inside. Alright? Okay. Let's go ahead and stir this pot again. Alright? So we have to keep checking on this pot, alright? And over here our salt mackerel is still boiling away. Alright? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and strip the onion. Okay, right, so all my seasoning has been ready, is ready for cutting up. So guys, just stay tuned until we come back when we're ready to start frying up everything. Right guys, I've got all the seasoning cut up and ready. So I'll be just putting it into a bowl. It's all prepared for when we're ready for frying up our salt mackerel in coconut milk, called salt mackerel rundown. So all that is ready and prepared. Alright, so we can actually just cover it up and leave it to the side until we're ready. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and have a little spin of our coconut again. The custard is all growing on the side. What we do is normally scrape down the custard. That's the sweetness of the pot, yeah? So we keep scraping it down, right? So we just cook it along, right. So I've actually gone ahead and I've cooked the salt mackerel in twice in 2 different water, yeah? So what we're gonna do is actually turn off the salt mackerel, and what I normally do is pour off that boiling water off it, pour some fresh cold water on it, and just leave it to continue getting rid of any salt in it. Alright, if I need any form of season when I'm finished, I can add it. Alright, so when we're ready to come back and start frying up our salt mackerel, I will come right back. So I'm going to leave this to continue boiling down until it's ready, till it start turning into oil, where we're ready to start frying up. Okay, so stay tuned until we come back. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Right guys, let's check on our coconut again. I know I did say I'm coming back when it is ready to fry up, but I'm still not ready for frying it up as yet. But what I am actually going to be doing is prepare our salt mackerel. Okay, I've got the salt mackerel over here in the pot, so we're gonna go ahead and prepare the salt mackerel. Okay, so we're gonna be actually scraping off the back of the salt mackerel here, taking off the skin, yeah. Then we're gonna be going ahead, turn it over and try to pick out all the bones, fine bones that is in it. All right, got some fine bones in it, so we need to get out. Okay, I'm not going to be picking up the saltfish too fine. All right, so here we go with the other side. We're doing the same thing to it. Okay, we're gonna be picking off all the fine bones as much as we can get. All right, yeah, going ahead and break it up. Right. Okay, so we're going ahead with the last bit. Do the same thing to it. Get out all the fine bones. Right, do the same. All right, so that's it. Right, here I've got the long bone that was in my salt mackerel. This is the bone that I don't throw away, guys. This bone is my favorite bit to the salt mackerel. All right, okay, so let's put this away. Okay guys, so I've picked up all my salt mackerel. What I normally do when I finish picking it up like this, I normally reach for a lime squeeze it all over it. That's the way I do it. Okay, guys? Then I add the water to it. So I leave it for soaking until I'm ready again. So I leave it. The lime is normally cut out salt, cut the salt, as they say. And that's the reason why I normally do this. So I leave it into the lime water, soaking away just the same, just like how I would be soaking it or I will be boiling it. It's just to get rid of the salt. Yes, I like most of the salt out. I've boiled it twice, I've soaked it before boiling, and I'm still soaking it after. Okay? Right, so let's go ahead. Right. So what I'm going to be doing now is checking on my coconut milk again. You see how lovely it is? There you go. See the oil start forming on the top already? So you can tell that it's almost ready for everything else. Alright, so we leave it still because I want it to go down a bit more. Alright, see how far it reached? Yes, it's almost ready. Yeah, so we'll come right back just in time when we're actually ready for adding in the seasoning. Okay guys, now that you've seen our coconut gone down to oil, yeah, what we're going to be doing now is to add our seasoning to the coconut. Yeah, going ahead and add everything in. So we're going to be actually leaving our seasoning to cook inside of the coconut, okay? So we're going to go ahead and leave our seasoning for cooking in that, okay? Right. Over here we got the breadfruit that I have actually taken out of the oven, and it is really hot. Yeah. What I'll be doing is actually peel the breadfruit. Alright. So we can have it when we're ready. Okay. Let's get the knife ready. As usual guys, I'm with the knife that I love. This is my favorite knife, so I know you will be seeing me with it every day and ask me if I don't have any other knife. As you can see, there's knives. Plus there's a drawer with a load of knife in there. It is hot. Ooh, it's hot. Alright guys, I'm not perfect at peeling breadfruit. I'm not gonna lie. Me and breadfruit peeling is no friend, but I love to eat breadfruit. That doesn't mean I like to peel it. Alright? A weird peeling, innit? Yeah. Oops. Don't know what happened there. Maybe that's what they call bee sting. Don't know. But we'll see when we get to it, when we finish peeling. Ooh, that's a lot of the breadfruit is like that. That's not good. Guys, this is not the Jamaican in me peeling breadfruit, isn't it? but I'll get there. It is hot. Whew. Right? I love breadfruit, guys. Right. I'm gonna cut right into where it's spoiled. See, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. Let me get a plate to put it in. Yeah. It's okay. Put it there. Alright. There you go. This is fine. Perfectly fine. Ooh, it is hot. Okay. So, breadfruit is all peeled and ready for when we're ready to serve our salt mackerel. Okay? Okay. What we're going to be doing now is, let's give this a stir. I want to add the salt mackerel to this one now so it can cook down with it. Alright? Give it the flavor. I'm actually going to be taking it out of the water. Could have actually just put it into the pot, in it. Typical me. Do things the long way. Alright? Okay. Right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put the salt mackerel inside of the pot. Give it a little stir. I want to taste if it's spicy. Okay. Right, guys, I'm going to be going in with a bit of black pepper. And as you guys know, I love my cayenne pepper. So I will be going in with a bit of cayenne pepper also. Okay. Turn the stove down so it can take its time when cooking. Alright? How nice. So I'll be leaving that for cooking. Right, here we go, guys. There you go. Our salt mackerel rundown is finished cooking. So we can go ahead and turn the stove off. Okay. And we'll come right back when we're ready to dish up our salt mackerel rundown with roast breadfruit. Stay tuned for that. Don't go anywhere. It will be right back. Just stay with me. Okay. There you have it, guys. Salt mackerel rundown with oven roasted breadfruit. There you go. Enjoy.